Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill? Maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
Aldrich Rosas, the Giants kicker, ready to go. And here we go from MetLife Stadium. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick in 2018 from Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
Check it in. I'm here all day. Watch tight. Hey, 4 down.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw, it's Allen. It's hauled in by Lee Smith. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Now let's take a look here at the Bills offense.
I know I'm not supposed to be biased, but LaShawn McCoy is one of my favorite running backs in the game. Vision, elusiveness, creativity, can take nothing and turn it into something, catches the ball out of the backfield, and runs with that supreme arrogance that running backs have, the best ones in the game, thinks that no one can stop him, and at the end of a run, will drop a shoulder and get extra yardage.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Not today, baby, not today.
And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
In a league where the vast majority of guys play hard on every snap, Marcus Golden stands out for me because I've seen this guy play with so much passion and came out of college as a defensive end. They talked about making him an outside linebacker, but they figured out his strength, putting his hand on the ground, rushing the passer with a lot of force and a lot of will.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Check 93.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Check. What's that? Brown 80.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And the grab by Croft. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants 16.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Now the first carry here for Frank Gore. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. This one from 35 yards away. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bills' opening drive yields 3. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback, a multiple-time Pro Bowler. It's, of course, Eli Manning.
I still remember a scouting report that a former Giants GM had on Eli Manning coming out of Mississippi. He simply said he has it. And we always talk about the it factor, which means they're going to play large in big moments, in key situations, and Eli Manning has always had that.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the run, it's Barkley. And an alley to run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the screen. Pass. Come on now.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I got
you. Throwing now is Manning. That's into the hands of the tight end Ellison. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, here's Barkley. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Oh, he's got the full package. He can spin, he can juke, he can make you miss, he can drop a shoulder on you. Some of that elusiveness we saw at Penn State has definitely translated to the NFL game. Saquon Barkley hit the proper buttons and turn him loose.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Into the red zone now. Manning. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard there to make the grab. And the Giants have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. B.J. Goodson there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Allen going to throw. And this one caught by Beasley. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Allen hands off to McCoy. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 41, Allen. That one complete to Yeldon. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On play action, Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights in and out. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bills have retaken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit, and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Manning now on first down. Finding his target, it's Cody Latimer. That one goes for 24 yards.
Here we go.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Give me that ball, defense. Go. Give me that ball, defense. Fire.
Working from the gun, Manning. He completes it to Tate. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. Now Manning got to hurry him to the line here. Faking the give to Barkley. Now Manning. He's got his man. This is Tate. 22 yards there, a first down.
Let's go.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Manning going to come up on first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
We go. 70, Indy.
Manning now on first down. This is Shepard on the catch. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, they'll throw with Manning. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
49 the mic. Watch 49. Danny.
Throwing on first down is Manning. And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. They find some open field here. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. So the shotgun snap to Allen. This will be caught at about the 6. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Now Allen to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy, but now it's third and goal. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Hauschka's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in this last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has the look of a game that could very well go down to the wire. Just 1 point separating these two clubs at the break. But they're ready for the second half, and we are too. As we'll kick it right back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And our players spotlight now as we turn our attention to Eli Manning. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love? Four verts. Yeah. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Don't get nervous. Let's go.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Manning to Barkley on the draw play. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Set. 30 base. Ready. Man, I got you.
On 2nd and 11 now. Manning on the catch. This is Russell Shepard.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Here you go. Set. 60 outlaw. Now.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Out to the right here to Shepard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. To the air, Allen stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Allen going to leave it on the draw for McCoy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce and might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounces. 8 ounces is good.
All right, just checking.
And able to find John Brown. 15 yards that time and a Buffalo first. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. 10th carry now for McCoy. Room here to run. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 68 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2.
You got nothing.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Manning and the Giants come up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Star Latulele in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Manning. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
He made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Let's go.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Manning. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Manning. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Manning now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Manning. And this is Latimer, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Manning now pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only one incompletion, and another 1st and 10 here. Now Manning finds his tight end Ingram, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ready? 15, line it. 15 line. Watch the slats. Watch the slats. Let go.
Into the red zone now. Manning. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air.
And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes LaShawn McCoy as he trots back out there now. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you, someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On 2nd down now, it's McCoy. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
It's caught. Jones. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on 1st down. McCoy. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's McCoy. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They come out here in the eye. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. A handoff right. It's Gore. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, This is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Now Hausch could attack on the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a Frank Gore touchdown run. Hausch now to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Manning and the Giants down 28-21. A little over 80 ticks to go. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10.
Hit it. 58 to Mike. Bang it. Bang it.
Manning to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Tate. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
First down now, but that clock rolling. To throw is Manning. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3, and it's a 2nd down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Ready. 50, plant.
Squeeze, double.
Back to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one is tempting to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Strong left, strong left, strong left.
To throw is Allen. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Ready to go.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Here we go. Set. 30 base.
49.
Ready?
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Break.
First throw of overtime here for Manning. Looking for Shepard deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
Here we go.
A huge play there in overtime. 52 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
Ready.
Lunch 49. Here it comes.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Get up. Let's go.
Another try for Barkley. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.